'77 is quite the seminal year. Oh man, remember how I mentioned how much Jaws broke the record by? Well, Star Wars almost doubled what Jaws made. It made Jaws was the first movie to ever make $100 million, and Star Wars made almost $100 million more. That is insane how fast that was broken, especially after last year where no one spent any money. Maybe that was their advantage. Nobody spent any money on movies the last year, and so they had money to spend. Spy Who Loved Me, hold on. There will be no Roger Moores on this list. Good heavens, no. Ugh. When my wife and I went through all of the Star Wars movies, Star Wars movies, all the James Bond movies. That one is why it took us 2 years to do so. Was just Roger Moore. It took a full year. He only had 7 or 8 movies, and it took a whole year to get through them because we didn't want to watch him. Oh gosh. Especially when we watched the Mission Impossible series before that. Let's see. No. Nothing in the A. Nothing in the B. Directed by the doctor from Jurassic Park. That's fun. Candle Shoe. Why in the world do I know that name? Oh. Because Disney Plus keeps recommending it to me. That's why. Charleston, Maine, South Carolina. Oh, look. A Cinderella I don't know about. Oh, good heavens. That took a unexpected turn. Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Yep. Absolute must-see. Fantastic movie. Amazing blending of soundtrack and film. The Duelist, directed by Ridley Scott. Interesting. I think, I looked him up the other day, I think this is Ridley Scott's first movie, and it would have been hilarious if The Last Duel was his last movie. So he started with The Duelist, and then The Last Duel was the last movie he ever made. Alright, I've never seen it. I have no desire to see it. I've read the wiki summation, and it's just an acid trip, but Eraserhead is supposed to be one of those movies you have to see, blah, 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 blah. No, I don't want to. I don't want to recommend that you see it, but it's considered one, and there we go. It's one of those that's like, oh, you have to have experienced it in your life, but I don't want to. The Goodbye Girl is not a must-see, but it is good. Grand Theft Auto. Oh, this is Ron Howard's first movie. He was pretty young, too, like 22, 23, something like that. It was... I've heard it wasn't great, but for a first-time director at his age, it was actually pretty good. No, this will not be added. Yes, it was better than the Peter Jackson ones, maybe. The soundtrack brought it down pretty far, but no, I refuse. Better doesn't mean good. Jabberwocky, that was silly. Whew, boy. Man. Did Star Wars happen to just make a ton of money because it was the only thing we're seeing? And then people are like, well, let's give other science fiction a try. So that's why Close Encounters did well. The Man Who Loved Women. That doesn't narrow it down. Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. Yes, that's a must-see. I will die on that hill. Orca, that one's a Jaws knockoff. About a lone killer whale, which is less scary. Not scary, but it's less scary. The Rescuers, yeah, it's a must-see. Bob Newhart, I love him so much. I would love to meet him one day, and that clock is ticking because, man, he is getting old. It's amazing he is still alive, and he still seems to be in his right mind, but man, He's so cool. His autobiography, I shouldn't even be doing this. That's a must read. Go out and get that one. Smokey and the Bandit. I've actually never seen that one. I know it's a must see, so there we go. Spider Man. This was a made for TV Spider Man movie. I've actually seen it. I don't know why my Blockbuster had it, but fun fact, it's actually played by Friedrich from Sound of Music, which is just hilarious. Starship Invasions, starring Christopher Lee. Oh, look at that. And then Star Wars. It's a must see. It seems unlikely that you haven't seen it, but you must see it. Suspiria. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to add it. That one's considered to be one of the great horror movies of all time. It's just Italian, so most Americans haven't seen it, but here we go. Sweeney. That's not Sweeney Todd. Tentacles. This is another Jaws knockoff. That's Carry On. That's barely English. Thunder and Lightning. 77's doing better than it started out as. The World's Greatest Lover, starring Gene Wilder. Another one with Carol Kane. I didn't realize he had done that many movies with her. I love Carol Kane. Her and Gilda Radner. Just two of the funniest, not even actresses, just funniest people. It's amazing that they were like buddies too. Wait, Carol Kane. No, I was thinking Madeline Kahn. Carol Kane is very funny, but I meant Madeline Kahn and Gilda Radner. Alright, so 1977 is at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it's respectable. It's not great. And we're a far cry from the 60s. Never thought I'd say that. Not a huge fan of it as an era. Alright, well, here, apparently I am. Here we go on to 78.